Potatoes need no special introduction. Most of us eat them in one form or another at least once a day, 365 days in the year. It is generally accepted that potatoes contain those ingredients that are necessary for the sustenance of life and contribute materially to the development of youthful bodies. In fact, they have become such an accepted part of our daily menu that little thought is ever given to the special machines developed and the extensive research and educational programs conducted in order to bring them to our tables. A program that has received wide attention in the past few years is crop rotation. In order to safeguard against diseases, it is strongly recommended that alfalfa or some other legume crop be alternated with potatoes. Regardless of the previous crop, however, a good seed bed should be made before potatoes are planted. Seedbed preparation methods differ in the various potato growing sections, but the ultimate objective is the same: a loose, deep bed in which to plant the carefully selected seed. Because potatoes develop in the ground, deep plowing is essential so that there will be plenty of room for the tubers to grow. The ground should then be stirred before planting. A loose, cloddy soil gives the growing potatoes freedom to expand evenly, whereas a fine soil that will pack and become hard restricts their development and causes irregular formation. In some sections where soil erosion is not serious, plowing is often done the season before, and in spring, a tractor cultivator stirs up the fall plowed ground. The teeth of the cultivator go to the bottom of the seed bed, loosening the soil to a depth of 9 inches. A power lift raises the teeth. The spring-tooth harrow is likewise a splendid tool for this purpose. The spring teeth reach down and break up the soil, making a loose seed bed. The automatic latching device holds the teeth to any desired depth. The operator merely backs the tractor until the lever ratchet goes into the desired notch, and then, as the outfit moves forward, the teeth go into the ground to the controlled depth. A pull on the latch rope, and this same lever releases the teeth to clear out trash or to pull out at the end of the field. The disc harrow is another tractor-drawn tool that does a thorough job of loosening up the soil, particularly where a surface crust has formed. Potatoes are planted at various depths depending upon the soil and the method of cultivation that is to be used. Good potato land is capable of yielding a crop that is too valuable for a careful owner to be willing to use anything but the most accurate, up-to-date planter. A potato planter is not an ordinary machine. It must be extremely accurate, or the crop yield will be greatly affected. The revolving arms have needle-shaped picks that take up the seed a piece at a time. The seed is pressed onto the picks gently but firmly by these concave-shaped arms operating under spring tension. Any size of seed can be planted accurately, for there are 3 different sizes of interchangeable picker heads. One picker head cannot handle various sized seed pieces any more than a corn planter with only one seed plate could plant all varieties and sizes of corn. The potato tuber develops best in land that exceeds ordinary fertility. So growers realize that in order to get a good yield, large quantities of commercial fertilizer should be applied when the seed is planted. The McCormick Deering planter is designed to deposit just the right amount of fertilizer for each hill, and yet distribute 100 to 3,000 pounds per acre. Scraping away the top soil shows the fertilizer deposit to be on each side of the seed, but not touching it. This accurate placement of the fertilizer prevents damaging the seed and provides the greatest possible return from each dollar invested in fertilizer. Weeds are quick to grow after planting and continue to be a menace until the tubers have taken form and the potato plant almost completely shades the soil. This weeder mulcher is an ideal tool to kill the weeds during early growth of the potato plant. The light spring teeth with pencil-like points uproot the young weeds and at the same time thoroughly mulch the soil with no damage to the potato plants. The weeder mulcher is easily transported even through narrow places. It's not necessary to change a single bolt, nut, or cotter pin. Simply pull the mulcher endwise with the teeth raised and it locks in position for transporting. During the growing season, a lot of attention must be given to cultivating and spraying potato plants. Cultivate early and continue until the potato tubers have developed. It's a mistake to cultivate only when the plants are small and then quit in favor of other farm work, because weeds will take root and retard potato development. Later, cultivating to kill the deeply rooted weeds starts a second growth of the potato, resulting in a rough, knobby, and less valuable crop. Farm-all outfits speed up cultivating so that the ground can be worked as often as necessary to keep out the weeds and still have plenty of time for other jobs. Insects and diseases are also a constant menace to the healthy growth of potatoes. Therefore, the plants should be sprayed frequently with the proper mixture of Bordeaux and poison to prevent serious damage by these potato enemies. Thoroughly spraying 10 rows at once, this farm-all outfit covers a lot of plants in a short time. Some growers spray as many as 10 times during the growing season. Other growers use poison dust in controlling insects and diseases. The duster, mounted on the farm-all, blows out a blanket of pest destruction. The dust particles settle to form a protective covering on all parts of the plant. Whether spraying or dusting, thoroughness, speed, and economy are essential. In potato growing operations, economy and speed are important. Harvesting the crop also calls for economy plus plenty of power. Digging potatoes requires more power than almost any other job on the average farm. As much dirt passes over the elevators of a 2-row digger as would be handled by the blade of a medium-sized road grader in the same length of time. Handling this large amount of dirt and yet performing the rather delicate function of separating the potatoes without damage calls for many features that necessitate great care in designing and building diggers. The automotive type 3-speed transmission on the McCormick Deering potato digger makes it easy to change the speed of the elevator from low to medium or high, depending upon the amount of agitation necessary to shake the potatoes free of the soil. Each digger is equipped with a safety release clutch to prevent damage should any obstacle get caught in the machinery. Here's a stone in the elevator. The operator stops and shifts gears to reverse the elevator, releasing the stone. Now, that's easy. Now he shifts to forward gear and is ready to go again. The farm-all tractor furnishes the power to pull the digger and also operates the digger mechanism through the power takeoff. 14 acres of potatoes can be dug in a day with this outfit. As the outfit moves along the rows, a continuous load of dirt, tops, and potatoes is delivered from the shovels to the elevators. The agitation of the elevator links sifts the dirt through, leaving the potatoes to roll back over the end aprons. The deflectors on either side of the rear aprons leave the potatoes in a row, ready to be picked up. On smaller farms with less potato acreage, the 1-row power drive digger efficiently harvests up to 7 acres a day. It has the same operating features of the 2-row digger, including transmission, safety release, and others. The proper operation of either digger not only speeds up harvesting, but reduces potato damage to a minimum. Considerable effort is being made to establish the practice of marketing only the better potatoes for consumer use. The small and damaged potatoes are marketed for making commercial alcohol or other chemical uses. Some sections of the country have long enjoyed a reputation for good quality potatoes due to the adoption of this practical marketing plan. The modern motor truck has replaced the joggling wagons in transporting the potatoes safely from field to warehouse. As the truck pulls up to the warehouse, ready hands make quick work of emptying the potatoes onto the conveyors. In the warehouse, they are carefully graded for size before starting on the journey that brings them to our tables. The next time we eat potatoes, let us consider the thought, effort, and equipment that all combine to provide this important American food.